we have our first feature, which is called Gravity Arsenal. This has two sub-features with it. We first have Weighted Strikes. When you deal slashing or piercing damage with a weapon attack or ranger spell, you can convert it to bludgeoning damage instead. Whenever you deal bludgeoning damage to a creature with a weapon attack, you can push the target 5 feet straight away from yourself. So the damage conversion of slashing and piercing damage will make more sense as I share more of the abilities, but you essentially have a little mini push weapon mastery without the size limitation. It's essentially almost exactly how the old Repelling Blast works, but it's restricted to just weapon attacks, and it does only half the movement that Repelling Blast would do. So I feel like it's still pretty balanced despite all the changes to the rules. You can obviously combine this with the push weapon mastery, which is cool, but if you have a weapon that isn't using the push weapon mastery, you can still push people around a bit, which is nice. And then we have Crushing Momentum. You can imbue your attacks with gravitational force. When you deal bludgeoning damage, you can deal an additional 1d6 bludgeoning damage once per turn, even if it isn't your turn. This die increases to 1d8 at level 11. So this is your typical damage boost that you get with Ranger, tied to bludgeoning damage, and now the Weighted Strikes synergy will make a little more sense. And if you notice, I specifically said this works on not just your turn, but on any turn. And I feel like this is a really creative way to add damage to the Ranger, but you still have to kind of set it up. That means that for opportunity attacks, you can add this extra damage if you're doing bludgeoning damage. But I also said that you can change spells that deal piercing or slashing damage into bludgeoning damage. So you have some synergy with spells that you can cast that deal those sorts of damage types, dealing damage on someone else's turn. So for example, if someone walks into your spike growth, you can add this damage once per turn.